clap 5 times, and that's our thank you salute to all the coaches. Ready? That was about 8 claps. All right. Let's get it together. Ready? Still about 6. One more is good. Now, is everyone fired up? We got some energy in here? Now, today is about you. Okay, I'm your speaker, but it's not about me. It's about you. Remember the feeling. What was the feeling like last night, Coach, when you guys won? Relief. Relief? But what was the feeling when you were up 33-14?
Great.
Pretty special. Think about that. Those 3 words. Write this down. Remember the feeling. Now, the feeling could be, think about the best thing that's ever happened in your life. It might be, winning the Tri-Peaks League. It might be getting straight A's. It might be doing something nice in the community. It might be being a good friend. It might be being a good father. Remember the feeling. One of the things my father used to tell me is you have a few weeks to work and you have 50 weeks to remember. So be jealous of your time. You're here on a Saturday morning, I appreciate it. But get better today. And remember the feeling. So I want to do a little exercise, and when I say ready, I want to see your Super Bowl celebration. I want to see your winning lead. I want to see your winning state. And so I want to see, hey, Coach, congratulations! Yeah, we did it! All right? I don't want this fairway clap like when Coach Don had me come up and you guys who's this guy? Okay. I want to see a celebration, and we're going to remember that feeling this morning. You know why? Why are we going to remember the feeling this morning? Anyone? You want that feeling again? Absolutely. Most people would kill to have a feeling that is just so special, but if you don't invest, you don't get that feeling on the back end. All right? So, on ready, I want to see your state championship celebration. I want to see your getting good grades celebration. I want to see that you get a scholarship. I want to see that you're just happy that you're a good person. Ready? involvement, but have a good heart. When the doctor does the autopsy on you someday, I hear at some point we're all going to die, make them say, wow, he or she had a huge heart. They were a good person. Anyone know what MVP stands for? What's it stand for? What's your name? Nice to meet you, Miles. What's MVP stand for? That's right. A student athlete knows, though, that mitral valve prolapse, which is a type of heart murmur, is what MVP stands for. So I know you all are athletes, but it's important to be a student athlete, not an athlete student. MVP, mitral valve prolapse, not most valuable player. Everyone can sit down now. Now have your paper, have your pen ready, and this isn't about, maybe you get a few things this morning, but I hope that you'll do this wherever you go. I hope that you'll have pen and paper on you when you're in the car. And if an idea comes to you, you drive off the side of the road and you write it down. How many of us have ever forgotten something? Raise your hand. If you have pen and paper on you, you're not going to forget it. Okay, so I call it pen and paper on person at all times. Now this morning, I'm playing full out. I'm trying to impact you, but at the end of the day, the only motivation that lasts is self-motivation. The only discipline that lasts is self-discipline. So you can say, oh, he really jazzed us up. But what are you going to do? I can only offer you words until you put it into action. You want to play full out this morning? You guys want to play full out or got to go half speed? Casual, cool, 60 to 70%, losers department, or do you want to play 100% winners department? You tell me. How do you want to play this morning? 100%. I call that winners department. So on ready, everyone's going to say winners department. Ready? Winners department. Now you're either a winner in the game of life or you're a loser. And I talked about us raising expectations today. Research shows that winners have high expectations. You win a football game 33 to 28, but you have the ability to go back and say, you know what, we missed that tackle. We could have done better here. As coaches, you know what, we should have seen that. We should have recognized that better. Get focused. Take copious notes. Sit up straight. It's not cool to be cool. Be lounging, kicking back, chilling. If you want to do that, you can leave. You won't upset me. But I want you to be present here for the next 20 minutes or so. What do I mean when I say be present? Anyone? Focus, attentive. I call it putting the wall up. We all have stuff going later this afternoon. You may have something that's going on that's not positive in your life. But when you are somewhere, be there. Everyone get that? When you go somewhere, be there, focus. When you're at practice, you may have an issue with a boy or a girlfriend, or your mom or dad are on you, or your guardian. Be focused and present, and be present where you are. Let me ask you a question. How many of you hate losing? Raise your hand. You hate losing. Raise your hand. I hate losing too. That's a good thing. What was the record of some of your teams last year? Tell me, what were some of your records? Basketball, football, what were your records? 6 and 4. 6 and 4? Anyone else? Basketball guys, how'd you do last year?
15 and 8.
15 and 8. 26 and 1. But you said you hate losing. Right? You hate losing. How many of you had straight A's in school? Never had a B. Straight A's. Awesome. So you see where I'm going here? There were some losses, right? There were some people that didn't get straight A's. So that means we have a gap, right? We're here, and some of us want to get here. Would everyone agree? Now, not all of us are going to be straight A students. You have to be the best you. Everyone agree? Now, we're no less of people because we're not Peyton Manning or LeBron James. Just because they're the superstar doesn't mean they're necessarily better. But be the best you. So everyone would agree there's room for improvement, right? Whether it's being a better teammate, improving your own individual athletic skill, becoming a better student, being more respectful towards adults, towards teachers, towards your coach. How coachable would you say you are? Write that down. How coachable are you? A lot of people aren't very coachable. Oh, coach is on my you know what. That's not fair. That coach is hard, or that teacher. You know what? When you get a degree in high school, or you get a degree in college, it has your name on it. Business gets better when you do. Your performance gets better when you do. So be able to take constructive criticism. But I want us over the next, 20 minutes or so, I want us to chase what I call process excellence. So coaches and teachers, everyone talks about winning, right? But if you chase process excellence, if you chase doing the right thing, if you chase, hey, on this play, we're going to make sure, for instance, in basketball, we're going to force sideline baseline. We're going to do that. We're going to do it right. Chase process excellence in what you do. And winning is the byproduct. So everyone wants to be highly successful and happy, right? That's a goal in life, to be successful and to be happy. And you want to pursue your dreams, right? Who wants to pursue their dreams? Good. Or do you just want to kind of live life and go through the motions and hope that things work out? Let me tell you, hope is not a strategy. Don't hope, no. Don't hope, no. Second question, I asked how coachable are you, and I hope you wrote that down, because I hope at some point you'll go back. Winners will go back and look at their notes, and they'll say, okay, coach said, how coachable am I? Ask yourself, how coachable are you? Do you come off the sidelines? How respectful is that? Or do you hustle off, and the coach comes over and talks to you, and you want to listen, and you want to learn, and you want to try and get better? So how coachable are you? That's a question. Hopefully you wrote down. Second, how competitive are you? Write that down. How competitive are you? How bad do you want it? Our world is becoming extremely competitive in athletics, in business, and we've got to, again, shrink that gap. You might be doing as great as you can do, performing to the absolute maximum of your abilities, and you're here, but I'm telling you, you can be here. You're no less of a person because you're not here, but you got to continue to work at it. So we got to shrink that gap. We got to shrink that gap. So write this down. How focused do you have to be? Number one. How focused do you have to be to shrink that gap? Number two. How prepared do you have to be to shrink that gap? Number three. Your training regimen. What does your training regimen need to be like to shrink that gap? Number four. Your diet, your nutrition. What does that need to look like? What does everyone do on their lunch hour? What do you do? Anyone? Speak up. Eat. What else? Chill. Hang with your friends. Be cool. Be cool? Why not? How long is your lunch hour? 20 minutes. 20 minutes? So relatively short. When I was in high school, we had a 30-minute lunch period, and I'd get up 100 foul shots during lunch. And ironically, I'm not here to tell you I was some superstar, but in the biggest game of my life, in the CIF